been there for almost 12 years. Every year is something, the brush, the plants. I understand wildlife, but isn't life, humanity more important?
January 31st, there's more water coming, there's more rain coming. If we can't handle one day, how are we gonna handle 4 to 5?
We're the ones bleeding out there. Nobody's coming to help us.
So
nobody.
We have the shelter here. We have stuff, and I've already said, let me do my job of doing this part, and then I want to do my more important job, which is talking to you.
The city streets, the mud, and all those kind of things, they can be vacuumed up, a Baker tank, something. So just give us a hand and let us get off.
Boy, you can hear the frustrations there from those San Diegans after the devastation from the worst flooding in San Diego in nearly 90 years. Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency. Glad you're with us in our 6 a.m. hour. We're going to walk you through it all. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Anna Laurel in for Netta Iranpour. The people in those San Diego neighborhoods hardest hit say more should have been done to prevent the damage. We'll have more on that a little later, but right now we're talking about the storm recovery.
And we do have team coverage for you. Regina Yarita live in Mountain View with what officials are telling you. If you have property and it was damaged, what you can do about that. We want to begin though with meteorologist Evan Ronnie as we are finally seeing this dry stretch so people can get out there and clean up.
This is going to be an important stretch of dry weather for anyone who saw the catastrophe that came through on Monday, which was in some cases 3, 4, 5 inches of rain. Take a look. Satellite radar showing for the first time in those 4 days dry weather. We do have a good amount of cloud cover, so do note that we will be encountering some overcast conditions to start off the day, very gray skies, but at least it stays dry. Sunrise coming at 6:48. Won't see much of it because it'll be pretty gray, but we will possibly see a bit of that sunset closer to 5:14. Coming up, we'll talk about this stretch of dry weather. You might have heard her talking about how there's another storm coming our way. Here's the thing, that is still more than 8 days out in the forecast. We will attempt to, in the next week or so, give you some more specifics related to it, but right now, just simply too far out. We're going to choose to focus now on this at least week-long stretch of dry weather in San Diego County and that opportunity for those crews to get out and start picking up the pieces of what's left behind. Back to you.
Right now, families from Mountain View are returning home to this after Monday's devastating flooding. Many were met with mud-caked floors and furniture scattered all across their homes. So this is the Banks family. They even found a water line on the outside of their home on South 42nd Street, pretty high up. The Banks, like so many other families right now, say they are frustrated with the city. They say they have reported countless complaints about the flood channel behind their house.
I feel it's discrimination. If Southeast San Diego is so underserved.
They had a chance to fix this. 2018, same thing happened, only didn't get as high. So we filed a claim with the city, and they ignored it. They're not going to ignore this one. Gotcha.
The mayor says they need FEMA money to overhaul the aging draining systems and says no channel clearing would have kept them from flooding in the unprecedented weather. This morning, we are working for you to get answers for storm victims who live near storm channels.
CBS 8's Regina Yarita is live in Mountain View with what people can do right now. Regina, what can they do to get help right now?
Yeah, Anna Laurel, and that is an important question that many people are asking right now. Aside from cleaning up some of the mess, the debris that rainstorm left behind, all the damages that we're seeing as we're standing here. Of course, behind me you see just some of the cars that are completely totaled. There are just piles and piles of trash that once was their belongings. So many of them are asking what's next? What help can we get? So at CBS 8, we're working for you. We're trying to figure out what to do next, and we actually reached out to the county. Here's what they told us.
Recovery can be daunting. It can take a long time, especially if you have damages to your home. Rest assured we're doing everything we can to work for San Diegans, get back to normal.
And that is Jeff Toney, who is in charge of the county's Office of Emergency Services. And I want to break down what he told us by showing you this full screen. He says that people should contact their insurance agent to see what coverage they have. Next, complete a survey on alertsandiego.org. Using that information, the county can better assess the damage and use it to apply for state and federal funding. Finally, if you need food supplies or a place to stay, he encourages that you contact the Red Cross. Mayor Todd Gloria actually stated that the Red Red Cross has established an emergency shelter at Lincoln High School. And he also says the city is actively assessing and responding to damage. They're collaborating with local, state, and federal partners. The mayor also adds that you report clogged storm drain, debris, or any other storm-related cleanup on the Get It Done Up. So back out here, I know that many people are asking, well, is there an immediate solution, an immediate financial help? And Tony actually told us that right now the best thing you can do is actually fill out that county survey to get better assistance. That's latest here in Mountain View. I'll send things back to you guys.
Still just can't believe even those cars sitting in that thick mud, dried mud nearly at this point. Now this morning, students who attend La Mesa Spring Valley schools, they're returning to class. All schools in the district were closed yesterday because of the storm. Classes will start at the normal time, but Bancroft Elementary classes are at a different location today because of flood damage. The district is telling parents to take students to Spring Valley Academy on Conrad Drive. And this morning, Kip Adelante Preparatory Academy is still closed. Soul Academy's classrooms and school, they're still closed for cleaning. Today, laptops and books will be distributed to students and parents, and classes will be online until the school can reopen.
Stay with CBS 8 for the latest on the storm recovery. You can also go to CBS8.com and our social media pages. Well, we are just hours away from the opening round of the Farmers Insurance Open with the top golfers from around the world descending on Torrey Pines.
CBS 8's Jake Garriani, is he up this early? Oh my goodness, Jake, I hope you have a bunch of coffee up there in La Jolla. Okay, what can people expect?
Yeah, Anna and Eric, I've had tons of coffee, especially considering I worked till midnight last night. So we're up and ready to roll, but there are a few things that get me out of bed this early. One of them is, of course, golf. And you guys have been talking a lot about that storm coverage, all the damage it's done. Give props to Torrey Pines here. You would never know it. This course looks like it is in great condition. And on my drive in today, I was thinking about all the years we've covered this event and really how much the field has changed, right? Deteriorating health of Tiger Woods. He's no longer in the field. And then the live golf stuff, Phil Mickelson gone. Past winners like Jon Rahm and Patrick Reed are no longer in the field. But that has changed. I'd rather talk about the guys that are in the field. We have plenty of locals in the field this year. Cameron Sisk, Michael Kim, Charlie Hoffman, J.J. Spahn, and of course, our guy, the Aztec, Xander Schauffele, who comes into this event as the highest ranked golfer in the field of 156. He's the 5th ranked golfer in the world and the betting favorite in this event. And he had struggled early on in this tournament, but he has picked it up as of late, even tying for second at one point. And we talked to Xander earlier this week. He talked about the comfort level of playing in your hometown tournament.
I mean, I'm sleeping in my own bed tonight and for the rest of this week, which is nice. So it definitely feels different, you know what I mean? And I think whether you put too much pressure on yourself or whether you see a bunch of family and you want to sort of show out for them, you can use that for motivation if you'd like. But, there's just some sort of level of comfort when you're sort of at home, and I try to use that to my advantage. I'm always excited to be back in San Diego. It's a nice feeling for me, just like it is every year. Whether I'm golfing or not, it always will feel like home.
And it sure would be fun to see one of those local guys win this event. Schauffele will tee off at 10:40 a.m. today. The first tee times, including our guy Charlie Hoffman, start at 8:50. And for those wondering, those that follow golf, the kid that won the American Express, Nick Dunlap, the first amateur to win a PGA Tour event since Phil Mickelson in 1991, did withdraw from the Farmers Insurance Open, so you will not be able to see him. But plenty of great golfers out here to root for you, too.
I'm still amazed that it was able to just take that much rain, the greens, the fairways, and all that stuff. Like you said, it's a testament to the crews out there trying to spruce everything up, because this is the big stage for us here on national TV, right, Jake?
Yeah, I'm not a weather person by any means, and nor do I know anything about groundskeeping, but you would never know. I mean, it looks pristine, although it is still quite dark out, but the parts we've walked look like it is in beautiful shape, and they always seem to get this course right. There have been years where it's rained right up to the day, even during the tournament, high winds, and they just seem to always figure it out. So it should be a lot of fun. Should see some low scores out here today.
Awesome.
Yeah, we won't hear about it until somebody makes a bad shot. Then they'll say, it was wet out here. Right?
That's always my excuse, Anna. That's always my excuse.
I'm with you. Thank you, Jake.
Good to see you.
If you are interested in going to the Farmers Insurance Open, here are the ticket prices for full field days and championship days. There are also VIP packages available online. All right, let's talk about parking, because that's always an issue out there. Here's the list of locations. You can go online to purchase parking passes.
And don't forget, CBS 8 will have live coverage of the third round Friday. That starts at 2 p.m. On Saturday, our coverage of the final round starts at 1 p.m.
So I always, my ball usually doesn't land on the fairway, lands in the rough. And I would imagine that the rough is a little rougher, growing a little faster with everything that we've had.
We saw Alex Lai out there on Monday. It was pouring on her.
Yeah.
So luckily we have now a dry day today and a dry bout of weather all the way through the upcoming weekend. I mean, for those going out there Friday through Sunday, widespread 70s. So it's going to be pretty comfortable, mild out there for Friday through Sunday.
Gray or gray?
A good amount of blue.
Okay.
There's going to be a little bit of gray at times, especially through the morning. A little bit of a marine layer present, but afternoons should be partly cloudy, so not a lot of trouble. I know, dry weather too. Rain chances are going to be at their highest today and tomorrow. That's because a trough of low pressure is sinking down pretty far off to the east of us, and what that's going to bring to us is the chance of a little mist, maybe a drizzle. So today and tomorrow are the more gray days. But Friday through Sunday, much better opportunity for offshore winds that'll help to clear out those skies a bit and warm up our temperatures very notably with that ridge of high pressure overhead. I don't know if anyone wants to see these, but these are your 4-day rain totals. I know a lot of us are happy to kind of push this in the rear view mirror, but we picked up on more than 3 inches, in many cases more than 4 inches. National City, Cuyamaca, Palomar, all spots that picked up on over 4 inches of precipitation. Pretty much everyone saw over 2 inches, and most spots were right around that 3-inch marker. But moving forward, as that ridge of high pressure starts to expand, as those winds shift offshore, we'll have those widespread 70s in play. That's going to be a notable departure from what we've been seeing out there. At least right now, walking out the door, those clouds have contributed to a really mild start to the morning, mostly in the 50s out there. A jacket can come in handy, but a lighter one is pretty much all you'll need. You don't need anything too heavy on you. 51 degrees right now in Poway, 54 in Chula Vista, 53 right now for Escondido. Let's check in on traffic. It's 6:12 on the clock right now. So far, your roads are looking pretty mild. Live look at the southbound 805 just south of the 15. Both directions flowing pretty smoothly. Earlier we're checking in, and that looks to still be an issue with the 15. This is road blocked with the flooding on the 15 northbound. The reason why this is still on the screen could be that there are still crews trying to clear up maybe some pooling or ponding. Doesn't seem like there's a complete stoppage in the area, but we'll of course keep you updated on when that's cleared. And then farther up to the north, you see that area of yellow. That's just denoting our road weather index showing some spots where you might have limited visibility. So a little bit of fog out there to kick off the day. Let's check in on your border wait times. At the San Ysidro Port of Entry, going to take you about 45 minutes to get across. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, about a half hour in total. Back to you.
I was like, how am I going to carry these kids? The water was super high. There was...
All right, that's a mother talking about how she's going to rescue her children from a house. But guess what? A man comes and helps her. Wait until you hear about the precious possession he also saved.
Plus, how damage from the flooding is bringing even more pollution across the border.